it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. I just scared my cat. I scared you, didn't I? So recently on Twitter, I had asked you guys what kind of videos you'd like to see a little bit more of on my channel, and someone mentioned they'd like to see more tag videos done. So I saw Megan from Meagan Precourt post this one recently, and I thought that it would be a really fun one for me to do as well because I too am a fantasy lover. Today we're going to be doing the Fantasy Fun book tag. This was created by A World of Words. I'll link the original video down below as well as Megan's. Basically, we're just gonna be talking about fantasy books, fantasy things, all the fantasy. If you watch my channel, you probably know that that is my favorite genre to read from. Which fantasy series would you want to be a part of? As a little disclaimer saying that you would still be yourself in the series, so any of your skills, attributes, personality traits, or whatever would still carry over into the series. You would just be present within that world, so you wouldn't like gain any extra abilities by being in the series. So I don't really have a lot of abilities or survival skills, so I feel like I would end up dying. Let's be honest, don't have the ability to survive in a medieval like setting. So I think I'm going to pick the Wizarding World from Harry Potter because this is a series that I could be present in, but I don't have to like participate. Like I could just be a wizard bystander. I wouldn't have to fight in the battles. Does this make sense where I'm going? And I could go to school at Hogwarts or Ilvermorny, since I live in the US, learn how to be a wizard, so I have the ability to gain skills in this world. I think this would be the perfect place for me to interject myself. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I could survive in this world. What type of fantasy being would you like to be? You could be a human-like one, like an elf or a Shadowhunter or a fairy, or a mythological creature like a unicorn or a dragon. My first thought is to say dragon, because who doesn't want to be a dragon? If I could be a human-like creature, I don't want to say a fairy, specifically a fae in one of Sarah J. Maas's worlds, because those fae are the coolest fae that I've ever encountered, and I really, really like them. That or my go-to answer is Shadowhunter or Wizard. So living in your everyday life, would you rather have magic powers or a mythological creature as a pet? As cool as it would be to have a dragon, I would rather have powers because my life would become infinitely easier if I had powers. I could use them to clean, do dishes, vacuum, drive me places. I could apparate and just completely forget the driving thing. I could travel so much easier because I could literally just like blink and be there. And you wouldn't have to pay for plane tickets. And you could bring a tent inside your purse and you have to pay for lodging. Definitely would rather have powers. Specifically Harry Potter's powers, Wizarding World powers, obviously. Who is your favorite fictional dragon? Toothless. Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon is the cutest dragon ever, and he is the dragon that I would want to have as a pet. He's also very cat-like, and I love cats, so a dragon that acts like a cat is pretty much perfect in my opinion. What is your favorite fantasy movie? Do I have one? I don't want to say Harry Potter because that seems really obvious, and I actually don't care for Lord of the Rings at all. I think I'm actually gonna say Game of Thrones. I know it's technically a TV show. Its production scale is pretty much a movie. I think that is one of the best, well done, fantastical worlds brought to screen ever. It's so like visually stunning, and the fact that it's a TV show and they're able to create that is amazing. If you could pull any character out of a fantasy series to live in the normal world as your friend, maybe lover, who knows, who would you choose? Note, this means they would no longer be in their book world, so think about what that might mean. My gut instinct is to say Rowan from Throne of Glass because I love him so much, but I don't think he would actually do very well in our world. I think he would find it very frivolous and very shallow and unnecessary, and he'd probably want to kill everybody and everything. So who would I want to pull out of their fantasy world? Nobody? They all have like really murderous tendencies. I don't have someone. I don't really think I'd bring anybody into this world. Maybe, but Izzy's already in our natural world. She just lives in the Shadowhunter world as well, so she has all of our modern conveniences, so that wouldn't even matter to her. I can't think of anyone from a true fantasy novel that would be like, yes, I'm excited to be here. Maybe actually Henry from the Infernal Devices trilogy. He loves to tinker with things and loves inventions, and he's from the 1800s, so I think he'd really enjoy being in 2017 and seeing what technology has become. I don't think that him leaving the Infernal Devices would really like affect that world too much. Maybe I'm wrong. If you could make any supporting character in any fantasy series the protagonist of that series, who would you choose to be the new star? Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily make this character the new star of this series, but this is a character that I would like to see have their own series. Like, I would love to learn more about this character and her backstory, and that is Amryn from A Court of Mist and Fury. She's really shrouded in mystery. We don't know a lot about her or her history or really even what she is or how she became a part of this world or anything. And I think even if we do learn more about her, she's really old. She's had so many adventures, I can imagine. I'd really like to see her backstory, her history, her culture, where she came from, all of that in its own separate series. I wouldn't make her the main character of this series, but I would make her the main character of another series. She is a force to reckon with, and we don't even know why. So that was the Fantasy Fun book tag. If you love fantasy, I'd love to see you do this as well, and then let me know that you did it so I can watch it. I love hearing what people's favorite aspects of fantasy are, what their favorite fantasy novels and such are, because fantasy is just such a fun genre. It's a escapism genre. I just love it so much. It's my favorite thing to read. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!